Today I'm talking about my tattoos. I've talked about this in the past many years ago. A lot of people ask, a lot of people are curious. So let's start down below on my shins. On my shins, self-made, and basically, it's kind of obvious, but I'll explain it anyway, is that everything I've accomplished in my fucking life was done solely by me. So, all the things I've done, you know, I day traded, I have a lot of good stock investments right now, I did real estate, I got a lot of properties, bodybuilding, my company that I have now. I mean, pretty much everything I've achieved is all by myself. So I basically say, you know, I'm self-made. No one else gets any motherfucking credit for what I've accomplished in my life. And you know, it's rare because, you know, a lot of people, you know, have help and, you know, get help from their parents, you know, this, that, whatever. You know, I mean, when I started my company, I didn't get a loan. You know, I had the fucking money, you know, because of all my other endeavors, my real estate, whatever, you know, the money I make. So it's an important tattoo to me. It means a lot. I take a lot of pride in saying that, you know, everything I've achieved is all by my motherfucking self. Okay, so moving on. I have respect across the front of one arm, and I have revenge across the other. So revenge and respect. And you know, I've been getting these tattoos for years, and you know, we all go through different times in our life, and you know, I was somewhat of a different person at one time, and you know, I basically demanded respect from everybody, and if someone didn't show me respect, I was gonna take that motherfucking respect, you know. So some people might say that's stupid, that's whatever. I'm not like that now. I don't give a fuck if anyone, you know, whatever. But you know, if I walk in a fucking store and I start talking to a motherfucking clerk and he ain't paying attention, you know, the motherfucker's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's how bad I was, you know, motherfucker. When I talk, you look at me in the fucking eye. You don't be looking over here and looking over there. That's respect. And you know, in return, you give respect back. Revenge, you know, that's some shit that, you know, you don't let nobody get over on you. You know, if someone does some shit, you're gonna come back and do a lot more shit. You know, and that's just kind of the way it was. And like I said, I don't live that kind of lifestyle. I could give a fuck. You know, obviously if someone does something to me, yeah, you know what, I guess I can't say it. I guess I am gonna come back. So anyway, I'm trying to be Mr. Nice Guy here and it's not working. Okay, the most controversial ones that people don't understand, probably curious about, is the spider webs on my elbows, okay? Spider webs on my elbows. Now, basically, most people know this. What that means is it represents being confined. You know, it represents not being able to, being stuck somewhere and not being able to get out, okay? Namely, prison. I've never done prison time, ever. And not that I possibly should have or could have, I just never have, you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is in the movie American History X, I don't know if you guys remember the scene when they're doing laundry and the black kid looks over at what the fuck's his name? Ed Norton, and says, man, he goes, don't you understand? He goes, everyone in here is a dumb fuck. He goes, we all fucked up, we all got caught. He goes, we all got caught. The point is to not get caught. So that, I always thought that was some funny ass shit, you know, because anytime someone goes in prison and does time, it's because they fucking got caught. The goal is to not fucking get caught. You know what I mean? So, but spider webs have nothing to do with being in prison. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a friend of the family, was, you know, not directly related to me, but the guy was a crazy motherfucker and he was an awesome guy. And when I was a little kid, for some reason I was drawn to him and I loved talking to him and I was excited when he was gonna be at Thanksgiving. And you know, he had spider webs on his elbows, and for some reason, you know, I'd see that and I just fucking, I don't know why, I was drawn to it. I was like, fuck, you know, it stuck in my head from a little kid. And you know, as I got older, I always wanted to get spider webs, you know, and that's the only sole motherfucking reason. which is kind of crazy, but that's the truth. So in my bodybuilding career, you know, I couldn't get tattoos. So the funny thing is, at one point, I went and got all bronze tattoos. I brought in my fucking Dream Tan, which is what I used back then, and I had the tattoo artist match the ink to the Dream Tan. It took about 2.5 hours, and I got tattooed the same color as Dream Tan. So it was kind of sick, actually. It was like a shadow effect. It's kind of like when you see, you know, black guys with tattoos. It's the same exact effect on a white guy, but it's bronze. So it's bronze on the skin. I'm telling you, man, it looked fucking sick. And so I got my spider webs. I got it in bronze. Fuck it. I still competed. No one knew I had tattoos. You know, and I continued to get them all in bronze because, you know, all I cared about was bodybuilding. That was more important than anything. So I wasn't gonna fuck that up. But that's the sole reason for them spider webs, man. It's kind of crazy. So I got them on my elbows. I got reverse spider webs on my shoulders, you know, which, same thing, you know, no real reason for that shit. Let me see. Oh, I got the biohazard symbol on the back of my neck. And, you know, basically what that represents is, you know, my body was a fucking toxic waste when I was competing. I mean, you know, it's fucking, you know, do whatever it takes. You know, this motherfucker ain't gonna beat me. I don't give a fuck what I gotta do. He is not gonna fucking beat me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes. He's gonna take this, I'm gonna take that. Fuck you. You're not gonna beat me. I'll die before I let you fucking beat me. That was my mentality. Stupid mentality for a $5 motherfucking trophy. If it was for $10 million, yeah, maybe that's a good mentality. You know what I mean? If we were fighting for $10 million and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy, maybe that's a better mentality. But to ruin my body and do whatever it takes for a $5 trophy, that's just fucking stupid, ignorant. Just makes no sense. But that's where I was. So that biohazard sign, you know, is basically, that means toxic. And my body was a fucking toxic waste full of fucking drugs, you know, and that's that meaning to me, you know, just that I'm aware of this shit. A lot of people aren't aware of it. They're doing it, they have no idea. But that's where that tattoo came from. Let me see, what else do I got here? I think I'm gonna have to look at my body really to see what the fuck else I have. No. Another controversial tattoo I have is on the back of my triceps. On one side I have power, and on the other side I have pride. Now, some people want to say that that's, you know, white race related. It is not, never was. You know, white power, white pride, you know. So that's kind of where that comes from. But, you know, just power was what I was about at the time. Pride, take pride in everything, you know. And, you know, when I played high school football, man, the coach, he would put a sticker on the front of our helmet that said pride. And at the end of the game, he would take all our helmets and look at our fucking helmets. And the guys that had a perfectly new sticker of pride on their helmet was a motherfucking pussy. And he would fucking just tear him up. And the guys, the whole goal for us was to not have that motherfucking pride sticker on our helmet, to hit so many motherfuckers that sticker got ripped the fuck off. And you know, that's what it was like in football. And so, you know, I think that pride thing just always stuck with me. You know, that was all he fucking talked about every time he yelled at us in the fucking locker room, this and that. But so that's that. I mean, basically, you know, you can see my tries. And another fucking interesting thing that people don't understand is all my tattoos are put on my body to enhance my physique. Now, you can try this at home. You can write something going down your tricep, which is how everyone gets a tattoo of words on their tricep. Then you can take it and write it across your tricep. And I guarantee you, you will be amazed at the difference. Your tricep will look twice as big getting the words written across your tricep than they do written downward. And that's my fucking brain, man. I'm thinking about everything I do. I'm doing the best possible scenario. I think outside the box. I think of shit no one else ever could imagine thinking of. And you know, just with my tattoos, every tattoo I put on my body was to make my body look better. So try that shit. You'll be amazed. You know, I shouldn't be giving out my motherfucking secrets, but yeah, it's you know, if you look at my tribal on my shoulders, you know, all this stuff, this little cut here, all that stuff is basically to enhance my muscle bellies. Everything, every single tattoo I have. You know, on the sides of my stomach, I have Polynesia coming down. Well, think about it. The sides of my stomach are black, and then I have this much of my waist showing. It gives the illusion of me having a smaller waist. And let me tell you something, it made a huge difference, you know? Like I said, it's just thinking outside the box. I got this little gun with my fingers in the trigger, and you can see my little hand tattoo on the fingers, you know? You know, that was just kind of the whole, went along with the whole revenge thing, you know, and it's right above it, and you know, whatever, it is what it is, and you know, that's you know, basically, you'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6, you know, and basically what that is if it's either, you know, going to prison or fucking dying, you're gonna go to prison, you know. Important message, you know, that you gotta protect your own, you gotta protect your family. And this side over here, I got my dogs. I got Pain right here, who's, you know, was my just most incredible dog I ever had, and I miss him more than anything. And I have inside here, I have China facing this way, and she's the only dog I have right now. The other two passed away. And on the back of my tricep, you can see I got Ice. You know, I had 3 pit bulls. I got all 3 of their paw marks here, you know, to represent them. And you know, those are probably my most important tattoos that I have in my body, honestly. Also, I have a huge tribal pit bull on my back, which, you know, I fucking love pit bulls. You know, I just love them. You know, I always have. And it's just, I saw this and I just had to have it. It's a tribal, you know, drawing of a pit bull, and it's just sick as fuck. So, you know, the meaning for that is just my love for animals, my love for dogs, you know, my love for pit bulls. All right, now, most importantly, One Day You May across my chest. That's obviously my positive motivation. That was my first company. One Day You May, which means, you know, if you work hard enough, one day you may achieve those goals. A lot of people say, hey, how come it's not one day I will? I said, because chances are, motherfucker, you won't. That's the truth. So basically, by me saying one day you may, it's you putting in your head that one day I may, if I work my ass off and do whatever it takes to reach that goal, I might reach that goal. But the truth of the matter, one day you will. Not very many people do it. You know, I gotta be honest. Like I said, it's my opinion, 5% of the people in the world are gonna reach their goals. 5% of the world are gonna do whatever it takes. They're not gonna give up. The other 95 aren't gonna do it. So the chances are you won't. You know what I'm saying? So one day you may is letting you know that you need to fucking work harder. It's a message. You see that shit? Fuck, I gotta work harder. I'm not doing enough. So that's that tattoo. You know, on the back of my head, I also have a One Day You May emblem on the back of my head. You can't really see it, but it takes up the whole back of my head. You know, and then, of course, I got the Love It, Kill It, which is my clothing line, you know, and that shit's on my lats. I don't know if you can see that shit, but I got Love It on one side, I got Kill It on the other. And then basically my 5% tattoos. I got the 5% here, and I got 5% on my calves, back of my calves, under my calves, which enhances my calves. It darkens out the area below my calves and makes my calf muscles pop more. So, you know, like I said, every fucking tattoo, there's a reason. There's a reason I put it there, a reason where it is. And you guys all know what 5% means. You know, it's basically along the lines of my other stuff, but it's just, you know, 5% of the people in the world will do whatever the fuck it takes to reach their goals and never fucking give up. And most importantly, it's whatever those goals may be. It doesn't have to be bodybuilding. You know, honestly, business, success, financial freedom, for me, is a million times more important than my body and how I look in the mirror. You know? So that's an important message that I really want to get out there to people, is that, you know, you got to diversify yourself. And you got to think about your future as far as financial freedom, retirement. A lot of people don't think about this shit, man. And when you're 40 or 50, it's kind of too late to be thinking about that shit. So very, very important. Another one, very important, a lot of people really want to know is this teardrop I got right here under my fucking eye. Now, a lot of people know what that shit means. But what people don't fucking understand is when you get a tattoo, the tattoo means whatever the fuck it means to you. Nobody else in the world, it doesn't matter what the fuck they think it means. You're not getting a tattoo for the meaning of what other people think. The tattoo is what it means to you. Very important. A lot of people don't understand that for some reason. Now, normally a teardrop means you killed somebody, right? Let's break this shit down. Let's make sense of this shit. Okay, if I'm gonna kill some motherfucker, it's because I don't like him. It's because I hate him. Because he needs to fucking die, right? So, if I hate this motherfucker and I'm gonna go kill him, let me ask you a serious question. Why the fuck would I put a tattoo on my face representing a motherfucker that I hated? Why? Why would I give him so much of putting a tattoo that represents him on my fucking face? Are you fucking kidding me? What's the fucking point of that? That's the stupidest motherfucking thing I ever fucking heard. So, I mean, that's what it means, man. That's what it means. But I'm just saying that's some stupid ass fucking shit, you know? And I guess it's, you know, the teardrop is gonna be like, yeah, you killed someone before, so I can kill you, so you better be scared of me. Maybe that's the main reason is, you know, to try to look scary or try to look tough or some shit, I don't know. But for me, what I'm about to tell you is gonna make complete fucking sense. And you're gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. Well, the teardrop for me was something, a moment in my life, something happened that was very, very sad. And, you know, it was one of the saddest things that's ever happened. And, you know, I basically, that's where that teardrop comes from, is that's that moment, you know, and that's why I have it, you know. And a teardrop is basically meaning you're crying. So if I went out and killed a motherfucker, I'm not gonna cry over that motherfucker. I killed him for a fucking reason. I'm not gonna shed a fucking tear for his ass. It makes no sense. So this shit has nothing to do with killing people. You know, it's basically, you know, a sad moment in my life, you know, and that's that. So I hope it cleared that shit up, and I hope it opens people's eyes, and I hope people are realizing, like, fuck, I amaze myself, man, because there's shit out there that just is fucking makes no goddamn motherfucking sense, you know? So anyway, teardrop represents sad. If I killed someone, I wouldn't be fucking sad.